Looking to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Welcome to the brunch on Kerr Fatou Live. I am Lamin Cham, and this week we continue our coverage of the National Assembly elections, which is holding on the 9th April. Today should have been our first feature of women candidates who have been nominated in this election. Altogether, 19 women have been nominated. If all of them get elected, well, that surely would mean that we'll have over 40% of the parliament filled with women. Well, the first one who really paid or respect our invitation today is Naneh Freda Gomez of the Citizen Alliance. She is contesting the Serekunda West seat. She's looking for the majority of the 46 or so thousand votes in that constituency. We were, of course, expecting Kumba Jaita of Serekunda and Ami Kole of Fonyi Berefet, but perhaps logistical reasons means that they couldn't be here. So we will start with Naneh. Later, we hope to be joined by the NPP Regional Executive Committee from the KM region to tell us about their campaign in that region. That will be later in the program. First though, Naneh, welcome to the brunch.
Thank you very much, Lamin. I am elated to be here yet again. I think I'm a regular on the brunch.
And you are lucky that because I was going to feature a gallery of women candidates such as yourself to tell us about their program and the competition in their constituency, and of course the broader perspective of the importance of women representation and how much that can influence Gambian women to join politics. but then you are here, so I'll put all the spotlight on you. Naneh, okay, welcome to the brunch. It's only about under 2 weeks before the elections. First, let's go back. How was your nomination received in Serekunda West?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're very busy.
I know, right? I'm sorry, my phone was not switched off.
Don't worry.
Sorry about that. Well, thank you very much, Lamin. Like I say, I am elated to be here on the brunch again, and Kerr Fatou, it's a home for me. Always happy to be here, and I'm always happy that I'm given a platform on this network. Great woman who champions the cause of women, who advocates for the issues of women. So, I mean, kudos to her and kudos to her entire team. Coming back to your question, my candidature was a call from my people. Like I say, I've never been a politician. I only got into politics in 2016.
Yes.
And of course, I do drive the desire after 2017, before the parliamentary elections, that all the divisions, all the back and forth between the coalition members, the dishonesty, the lack of keeping their word, everything else kind of hit me and think, do we always have to support or empower these men to lead us, but then at the end of the day, they don't keep to their words? How do we do to break this bias? What do we do to break this barrier, to stop this gender parity or whatever? And then I started thinking and consulting. That's how I got into politics. And of course, when it was apparent that the coalition partners 2016, they were really not up to the task in terms of competence, most of them, they were really not to the service of the people. They are really reneging on all the promises. There comes Citizens Alliance. Young, talented youths who really love the country and wanted to bring about the change that the people of the Gambia were yearning for. So this is how I came into politics. But fast forward, after the presidential election, everybody knows what the challenges were in terms of our party's presidential candidate. But then we received it well. We handled it with utmost maturity. We handled it like nobody else would ever have done. I mean, and nobody can dispute that. So we sat back as a team and reassess and talk among ourselves and try to bring forward members within the Citizens Alliance who can really live up to expectation, who can really go to the most important house, the National Assembly, and be able to hold the government to account, be able to advocate for laws that serve the interests of the people, not only your constituency, but Gambians at large. And of course, we opened it. A lot of people wrote, expressed, sent in letters of intent. And we scrutinized, we did our internal analysis, our internal selections, and later on we had about 12, but then somewhere down the line, because of family issues or issues beyond their control, some people pulled out.
And you ended up having how many candidates here? I mean,
10.
10.
Yeah, 10 went to nomination, and all 10 were nominated, were accepted.
Tell us about these constituencies. Yours is Serekunda West. Can you remember them offhand?
Mine is Serekunda West.
Yeah.
And you have Lower Nyomi and Upper Nyomi.
Okay.
In the North Bank. Right. You have Sani Mentoring.
Yes.
You have Nyani. I think we have Sami, and we have also the Birkama, about 4 or so in the Birkama, not exactly those areas. We have nothing in the Fonyis, we have nothing in Banjul, and we don't have...
It's surprising. Why didn't you have...
And we don't have also in
LRR.
No, URR. We have LRR, we have CRR, we have North Bank, we have West Coast, and we have KM. Yeah, but then we don't have Banjul and URR. Yeah, but then again, we need to be honest with ourselves, because one thing Citizens Alliance has been good at is like telling each other the truth and looking at the best possible and practical ways, because we are in this to win it. We are not here just to show off ourselves or to look for fame or whatever. We want to make sure that whatever we venture or whatever we put ourselves into, it's not a matter of even winning, but at least let's make a mark and have desirable results that we can learn from. And a case in point is the presidential election. We really wanted to put up a candidate, but because of the circumstances and the challenges that we were faced with, we could not. But what happened is it really emboldened us. We took it as an opportunity and learned from it. And of course, next time we will do it way better. We have really built up, we're fired up and ready to go. So that's what we do. So after doing that analysis, we realize these were the places that we really have a great support base. These were the places that we have sellable and viable candidates that can really go out there, should they win, and be representing the CA banner, the CA logo, the CA flag, and of course represent Gambians, their plight and their aspirations.
All right. I wanted to focus this program very much on female representation, But then let's continue with CA. The next constituent is Bundunga Kunda, where you have one farmer, Mambure. You know him?
I know him very well.
Good. What are your chances in Bundung? I mean, Bundung, there's a sitting MP in Bakar in Jai, I think, for
the UDP.
We know a lot of things change there. There's the APRC's Suleiman Jammeh, councillor, who are coming on. What are the chances of Farmer Mambure and CA in Bundung?
See,
you must have, of course, been inspired from the reception CA got, before the presidential election. Dr. Sise to particular.
This question would have been better answered by Farmer himself. But of course, by virtue of my position in the party,
of course, you are the same person now. You are the spokesperson.
Exactly. I'm the spokeswoman of Citizens Alliance, and I can definitely speak on each of the candidates that Citizens Alliance has put forward. Okay. And Farmer, yes, is Bundung Kakunda. I mean, it's a highly contested area. You have a lot of candidates. But again, I always tell people, parliamentary elections is less to do with party, but more to do with the individual, right? And then if the people of your constituency are the people that came and say, we think you can represent us and we want to put you out there to contest, then you have a great advantage. But if you have candidates that you've been there and people are say, Dumoko Votal or Defu Fidara, then you have a problem. Right? And then again, this is, Farmer is coming on a clean slate. He's never been there. He's never contested for that seat. So basically, when we're talking about track record of achievements there or whatever, I think he has checked that point. And again, you have to look at the individual, like I said earlier on, your character, your credibility, what you've achieved in the past, your interaction with the people. You have to have a good PR with the people that you're seeking to represent. And all these things, this gentleman has it. Very, very disciplined, right? I mean, he is really a serviceman who really has been doing a lot of work within his community. And then again, a lot of people, because they've been in the limelight, people talk about them. But then a lot of people have been doing great, outstanding things within their communities, in the country. But because they're not in the limelight, people were not talking about them. But the job of the media is to go and scrutinize and look at these candidates, where they hail from, what they've done, who they are, and try to check the boxes. Because I don't understand why somebody who has said, I will do something, you renege on it, you didn't do it. Why that person should come back and be seeking to be elected for a position, and the person is not being put on check and being scrutinized, and this thing being brought to the table. And Farmer is one person who's really checked all the boxes, and he will be a great, great parliamentarian, and he will represent the people of Bundu. Should they give him the chance. And I really, really encourage them to give him the chance, to give them the representation that they've been yearning for, that they lacked for so many years.
Ounda Nyang, you know him?
I know Ounda Nyang.
Well, what is your chance? Because Ounda is certainly the most populated, one of the most populated constituencies in the West Coast region, and keenly contested. Like I told you, there is a sitting member who defected from the UDP, I guess, to the APRs, to the NPP, and plus UDP is there again, others are there. What chance do this Ounda Nyang, that whom very little is known about, has for CA in that constituency?
Very huge chances. Because again,
tell us about him. Is he a young man or is he?
He's a youth, a young guy, into entrepreneurship, who's been really very, very industrious, working and had a business, has employees, doing great things. I mean, it's not one of those people who will sit and be thinking, the country is not working, I don't have a job, I'm not doing this. But he took it upon himself and created something for himself and some other people. So who is a better candidate in that constituency than him to give him the chance? Because he's been doing it prior to even seeking for that seat. And he's a young person. I mean, you look at the youth, they will see themselves in this young man, Ounda Nyang. So definitely, Aliu is the better candidate. And you mentioned earlier on, somebody who has defected. Again, character of the individual. And Aliu is one person that I can vouch here and say that will not be an issue with him, because he's a CA member. He's vying under the ticket of CA. He has a choice to go independent if he doesn't believe in the philosophies or values or principles of Citizens Alliance. But under very, very meager resources, these gentlemen and myself are doing it on our own, not relying on party or not relying on other people.
Yeah, because
we are really trying to find ways of making it happen. And that's what it needs. You need to be innovative. You need to be have initiation. And that's what we're doing. And he's one of those people that are really doing it regardless of all the odds, regardless of all the challenges. He is doing it, and he is where he is. And I believe he is going to hail victorious, and he is going to represent his people.
Lower Nyomi, you have one Alpha Low there. Lower Nyomi Lower Nyomi of all places. How do you think CA can ever dream of winning at parliamentary seat in Lower Nyomi? And who is this Alpha Low? You can talk about.
Again, Alpha Low has been a teacher. Currently, he took leave of absence because of these elections, but he is an administrator at the UTG. Okay. I mean, great individual, great. I love and admire Alpha Low. And again, I go back. It's the character of the individual. Alpha Low, for me, I can sit here and tell you that if the election is tomorrow, Alpha is going to win, because that is how much work this gentleman has done within his community. He is so well known. He is so well respected. He is so well accepted within that community. And of course, dune halis la am, dune jangam moko ko may, why yarom ak teyam ak jeflante ak askan bi fofu nonu moy Lower Nyomi bobu nonu. I mean, his name is a household name in Lower Nyomi. Everybody you tell Alpha Low, they tell you, oh, Alpha is going to win. And of course, daf ko fa liggéey, because buñ joyé mum fa, buñ réyé mum fa, buñ soxlé, Alpha Low has been like a mouthpiece of that community.
He was a man of the peace, a man of the people.
Absolutely, man of the people. And I will be very, 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 very disappointed and surprised and shocked if Alpha Low will not win. I am more confident in Alpha winning than even myself.
It is interesting.
No, trust me, because I know him. Okay. I know him, and I know how much the people of Lower Nyomi has received this man. He's done a lot of work, and he wants to continue that work and go to that house and be there for his people.
Next door to him, Upper Nyomi, Samanying.
Again.
So you want a clean sweep of the Nyomis?
I think what is going to happen.
Samanying, yes.
What is going to happen, Lamin? Afterwards, they all have to, give me something, because it's like
well, you are a spokesperson. You know them very well. So
but then again, it's not praise singing. Everything I say here, I mean it. It's the honest truth. It's the ultimate truth. And anybody that knows me is like, I don't sugarcoat. I'm not going to praise sing anybody if you're not that kind of person. So they know that. So everything I say here about all of these individuals, trust me, it's my word, and I'm going to hold to it. And you can go back and check it.
So you think the two Nyomis suddenly?
Oh, absolutely.
One or both may go for
without
CA?
a doubt, both of them. Both of them.
Okay.
Both of them.
All right. Let's move on to another CA place, and I guess you never shy of going into what one would regard hotly contested seats. You are in Jara East, Yankuba Sane. Jara East, that is talking about Barokunda, Pakaliba, Dasilame. CA is known there?
Yes. I mean, Jara, the LRL is also our strong base. The Kabadas and all that.
Yeah, the Kabadas. Yeah. Felenkoto is there.
It is our stronghold, to be honest. We have a lot of support base in those areas. And then again, what we did during the presidential election was meeting people at the grassroots. We met them at their narcos, in the hospitals, on their ways to the farms, wherever you think people are, we met them and we spoke to them. And I can tell you, attest, because I was everywhere with Dr. Sise and Rafi and the campaign team, talking to people. I know how much we've really touched people's heart. I know how much people have really listened and have a change of mind and really hope was instilled that something new has been born and something new is about to happen. But of course that, aspiration or whatever did not come to fruition. And that is the belief they still have in the party. And anybody that the party presents, they know how much the party will scrutinize the candidate, how much the party values its brand, that we will not allow anybody, or we will not put forward any candidate that will not live to the expectations and really uphold the sanctity of Citizens Alliance. So obviously, anybody we present, I don't think there is any questions will be asked. Maybe what we ask, okay, will the people really vote for the person? But who is this individual?
But no question about the quality of the
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You know what? Admire your boldness and your courageous, CA, because even much established parties like the NRP, the PPP, they don't dare go to these areas.
Oh, those parties are non-existent.
They are inexistent.
Oh, no, they're not.
NRP has 5 seats.
Well,
and they limited themselves only to 5 seats. You are just coming and you can foray into all parts of the country. Admire for anything, if anything, your courage is really commendable.
At the level of Citizens, we believe that whatever is worth doing well. We are the futuristic party. We mean business. This is not a vendor shop, right? That you come and sell and buy and go, and if your material is finished, you close and wait to bring another party. This is a political party. Establish that we think our great-grandchildren will be born and be part of that party and be proud of the legacy that us, the founding members, have really laid for them. It's a serious party.
Okay.
And of course, nothing is guaranteed. But because of our hard work, our belief in the members and in the candidates we present, the belief in the principles and the values of the party, we believe that all our candidates will emerge victorious.
Interesting. I was going to go to another candidate for the NPP. For the CA, that is a lady candidate like yourself. Do you have any other one?
No, I'm the only.
You are the only one.
Female.
You are in Nyamina Dankunku Samba MP Bah. Nyamina Dankunku, that's where you have the NRP Samba Jallo, the minority leader in the National Assembly. A very strong candidate, so to speak, for NRP there, who are now sympathetic to NPP. Probably you didn't do much research there. One would have thought that area is a no-go area for you.
I don't believe there is any place that you will call a no-go area for anybody.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't believe in that. Even during the presidential election, they would say no-go area, no-go area. But we saw how everything else unfolded. So apparently, Samba, the minority leader, is a great guy. I really admire him. But then, unfortunately, he's from a party that has image issues, and that will really come to play
NRP.
Exactly in these elections. Unless the people are not really ready to salvage themselves, unless the people are not really ready for the change that is needed and necessary for their lives and livelihood to become better. But otherwise, if they are woke, which I believe they are, that's why they've put up this candidate from the Citizens Alliance to say, what we had is not fit for purpose. We want something new. We want something better. And they're rallying behind him. And I believe he's going to win.
Ah, fantastic. Let's roll down to, another, maybe the final one before we come to your own display. This is Nyanija. Nyanija, you have one Muhammad Lamin leader. Nyanija, is that not the constituency of Sidinjai, a top man in the NPP? That's where they will throw all their dice, so to speak, never to lose that seat. You have this fellow there, Muhammad Lamin Lee. What do you make of it?
Sidinjai and all that, but then what has Sidinjai done in that constituency?
Well, he's from there and he's an NPP man.
He's from there.
The last place they would like to lose is
apart from
like President Barrow would not like to lose Jimara next time round.
Well, let's see what the people
but that's their backyard,
people of Nyanija would say. At the end of the day, the ultimate thing lies on the people. They will be the ones to decide. But then, like I said, what has Sidinjai done in that place? We all know when it comes to character and image, I mean, he's going to be at the bottom of the checklist, honestly, in the past. We want to go back.
You are throwing stones.
No, that's the honest truth.
Okay, go ahead.
Sidi is my brother. Sidi is my friend. This is somebody that I can chat and parley and jolly with outside of politics.
Yeah.
But if nothing but truth be told, honestly, I'm just going to say it as it is. And with all respect, and with all honesty. And again, you look at if whoever is the candidate is going to rely on CD's influence or whatever, unless they don't play clean politics, which they're known for. Okay. Everybody knows how they play their politics. It's not a politics of ideas. It's not a politics of issues. It's not a politics of policies, but politics of personalities and politics of character assassination, right? And we need to get past that. And I am calling on the people of Jimara and Nyanija all over the world to look past those things. It's about time we salvage ourselves and get past those things and bring the competent people that can do the job, regardless of gender. For me, I always tell people, if the people of Serekunda always think Naneh doesn't have the competence, Naneh is not the person who's fit to represent us, and we will not be proud, don't vote for me. But if you are, I think you should, and be able to sit in your corners and know that somebody is there fighting tooth and nail for your plights, for your aspirations, for your dreams, instead of an individual because of selfish interests.
Finally, Sami, you have one GBDM, and that is for the rest of the regions in the Gambia, Sami, of all places. Like I said, one thing you have to really commend your courage. You spread CA, across the country within this short period time of your existence. Sami, GBDM.
It was not easy, Lamin, having all this, scrutinizing all these candidates, right? Some of them at some point in time felt like the party is being too much. But every time...
You're overstretching yourself.
Exactly, we're overstretching. But every time...
Yeah, because if NRP, PPP can limit themselves to only one NRP 5, you just come into the scene and you spread up to now you're to 10 or so, and all across the country.
Again, I'll remind you, those parties are non-existent. Those parties, their leaderships are not there to the service of their members or their people, but themselves and what they can. Because
you're talking about
what they do, the decisions that they make does not serve the interests of their membership or the interests of the country. And that's the honest truth. Because there are certain decisions you make, you look at it, where is the people here in that decision? Where is the interest of the people? None. But interest of few individuals and how they can get closer to the corridors of power. And that's really not, it's a self-serving individuals. But let's put that on the side. Let's put that on the side.
You talk about parties with such kind of leadership. You may have all the qualities yourself, Naneh, be as a National Assembly member and GBDM, Alpha Law, all others may be quite good characters and quality people, but you also have a problem with your leader in Doctor. You describe these situations here. You had a meeting after the presidential election, and Dr. Cisse had to go back to the university, so he need to, stay away from active politics because of that. But people still believe that. He ran away from CA. He has sold himself to the NPP. Don't you think that kind of image will not affect CA in this election? If people are thinking that your leader has abandoned all his principles to go back to go to government or perhaps to strike a deal, whatever it is with President Barrow, is that image not going to affect CA? For example,
the image issues that I'm still talking about, all those other leaders, are not disputable. Okay. You cannot dispute because it's cut, like clear cut out there, very, very clear, that you see black and white.
But what about Dr. Cisse? He's not talking now.
Hold on, hang on. But then in regards to Doctor, again, I am not Doctor's praise singer. Yeah. And Doctor knows that, Doctor feels I am his biggest critic. Okay. And I fight with him like more than anybody else.
You don't find any problem with him, surreptitiously, so quietly?
Absolutely not. Yes. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. And if it was, I will say it. Mm-hmm. But what I say is, if people, whatever people are saying in regards to Doctor selling his soul to the president or being promise a position or whatever the allegations or the speculations or the rumors are, these are all rumors. And then again, it's a democratic country. People are entitled to their opinions. But these are not facts. These are not things that people can pinpoint, clear cut, or show in clear evidence that this has happened or this is what has happened. These are all speculation. But I can tell you, at the level of the party, being the spokeswoman of Citizens Alliance, the party do not have any agreement with any political party whatsoever in this country in regards to anything at all.
Yeah, but if
aside from the party, doctor is an individual, doctor is a private citizen, right? And doctor can make decisions. But one thing I can tell you, he's been very, very careful and considerate in whatever decision he makes, because as the party leader, or the then party leader, because he is not now.
He's not now.
Exactly.
But Dominic is now acting in that role.
Exactly. He's very, very considerate because, again, he's well known and recognized and very, very affiliated with the party. So whatever decision he does, whether individually, personal, or politically, it comes to play or it affects the party in one way or the other, right? But people need to understand, right? I sit in here, I do not agree with a lot of things that the president does, President Barrow. I do not. But one thing I cannot take away from him is he is the president of the Gambia, and I am a Gambian, so by that he is my president, and I respect the position. I respect the office. Will I not critic some of his action? Absolutely, without a doubt, I will, and I will continue to do it. Do I hate him? No.
I have not had you criticizing Dr. Caesar's, behavior of, trying to secretly meet the president when he's leading a party, leading to wild speculation, such as the ones I'm telling you. I didn't hear you criticize that.
Who did not criticize it?
Did you do that?
Of course I did. No, but wait a minute. Yeah. But what are you going to criticize? Because like I said, I have said it in several platforms. This is the president, right? This is not, the party was not invited as NPP inviting Citizens Alliance leader or the Citizens Alliance party. And may I remind you, when we came into existence, we tried to reach out to all the registered political parties to pay a courtesy call. Right? NPP was one of them that the president did not want to meet us, but referred us to some executive members of the NPP party. And I was the one to say, other political party leaders met us. Why will you refer us? Because if you look that low and small on us, we have standard, and we will not allow anybody to drill our effort. We were not trying to meet him as the president, we were trying to meet him as the party leader of NPP. That did not happen. But now, if the president, as the president of the Gambia, right, democratically elected to be the president of all Gambia, extends an olive branch and say, I want to see you, right? Of course, you have a right to say, no, I am not. But out of respect for the office, I do not see anything wrong to go and listen to him. Are you going to agree to everything he's going to tell you or any of the things that he's going to say? That's your right. You may not agree or you may agree, but that is within your control or within your leadership or your party's control. And I think people need to understand that Dr. Sise went to meet the president out of respect for his position and out of respect for the party. But when exchanges happened and he said why he wanted to meet the party, because it was the party that delegated Doctor to go and listen when the invitation came. Okay. And when he got, what Doctor was like, I am the party leader, but I don't have the ultimate decision or the powers to make decisions on my own unilaterally. I have to go back to my party. And when he came, it was discussed extensively, vigorously. For hours, and a decision was reached at the end. Because of the majority felt a certain way, and because the party is a democratic party, we all had to agree with what the majority said. Of course, in consultation with our diaspora chapters, our constituency chapters, our ward chapters. That's how democratic the party is. So unanimously, what the overwhelming majority wanted, that was the message we took back to the president and said, this is what, we received your message, we looked at it, we scrutinized it, but this is our response to your message. Point blank period, that was the end of it. Doctor has a position, doctor has been promised a position, doctor is whatever.
That, as far as you're concerned, that's doctor's business.
Exactly. On a personal level, the party does not have control.
Problem People find it difficult in this country to separate personal level or personal position of the party leader from the party.
And I understand. That's why I said every time the question comes, I say I respect people's views and opinions. For example, I respect it, but I will not debate it because that's their opinion. But what I can do, or what the onus on me, is to clarify. To put forward the truth and how it is, the facts. Then it's up to them to take it and say, oh, I thought otherwise. Or they choose to stick to whatever their mindset is, and that's their right.
For example, you have 6 candidates over there. Maybe the NPP candidate Tafalo will not say this, but Madi Sise can say, well, you know what, if you vote for Naneh, you know what, he's going to go, just as Dr. Sise allegedly have gone to NPP. So maybe voting for Naneh will end up having NPP. The NPP and Tafa and Naneh are all the same. You could say that. How would you justify that?
And I believe Madi will not say that.
Madi wouldn't
because
say that.
My small interaction with Madi, I believe that Madi can sit and vouch and say, when it comes to character, I think Naneh will top the list. No, Naneh will not do that. I believe because I've interacted with Madi. I reached out to him as the incumbent of the constituency that I'm seeking to contest.
Okay.
To know him better, because like I said, if I did not do that, I don't think I have any more authority to say anything about him because I don't know him. But I have to reach out. I have to look deep about who he is, what he's done. And a lot of things I had to go to him and hear it from his mouth. Of course, I have to wrap it around my head to believe what he tells me, or not to believe it, but at least I've heard it from him. I've had interaction with, and I can tell you, I don't think Madi will question my character in terms of joining Barrow, because I think I've been consistent in terms of my position in regards to the president himself as the president of the country, or in regards to President Barrow as the leader of NPP, and whatever they do, their actions and their dealings with the people.
Let's focus on Serekunda West now. 6 candidates, 7? 6, including yourself now.
Yes.
How many women?
2.
2, you and?
Myself and the PDIS candidate.
Which is so, is it?
Yes.
All right, okay. Oh, that's fair enough. At least you have 2 there. But let's look at the general participation of women. I mean, your party had only 1. And if you are propagating, women, the cause of women, women's right, women thing, I mean, is it not too small? Is it not too small, too little? I mean, representation of women. So what are you preaching? Only you out of 10 candidates.
Is it not too small as somebody who advocates for the issues and causes of women? Absolutely.
Okay.
Very small.
All right.
I would have wished we have 10. If it was only my own wish and will, I would have wanted 8 women and 2 men. Or all women.
But your party ended up having only 1.
Exactly. But then again, like I said earlier on, we always have to remind ourselves, when it comes to parliamentary elections, it's a matter of the people in the grassroots who they present. Because they're the ones voting.
But at least if your party is singing songs of women has to be represented, people should then see it in evidence that CA have put up 9 candidates or 5 out of the 10, then people will believe that you really mean what you said about women empowerment.
Okay, let's not say CA put up. CA cannot put up. It's the people in the grassroots, in the constituency.
No, but the CA can make it a policy. No. Then the CA has been opportunistic now. CA can make a policy that, look, we are going to have 5 representatives, 5 candidates. So whichever constituency, whoever you are coming up, consider from women.
And that has been done. It's like you're within the party and you know how we went about our candidates or whatever. Okay. That has happened. Like I said, that has happened. Okay. And we did not start it only now. We knew we were not going to, as soon as we knew that we were not going to contest for the presidency, straight away we switched gears and started looking forward to the National Assembly. Even though that was being in consideration, while we were doing our grassroots support, we were also trying to consult and scout for potential candidates for parliament, for the parliament. But as soon as we knew that our candidate, Dr. Sise, will not be on our ballot box, we switched straight away and started looking into the parliament. So we really did a lot of work in trying to ensure that we wanted this gender parity, because it's part of our constitution.
Exactly.
CA is the only party that any position that a man holds, the assistant or the next will be a woman. CA is the only party that has shadow positions, that we have young people, women, men, that are shadowing all the executive positions. So obviously we mean what we say. We practice what we preach.
Finally,
but it is by
19 women candidates have been nominated across the country. 19. Unless some are contesting against one another, like in your constituency, we may end up having, if they get elected all, we may have 19 female MPs. That's
No, less than 19. Let's say all of them are
Well,
all
some-
women. I mean, all women in all the constituencies. All the constituencies that have women candidates are elected. It will definitely
be 19.
No, because like you say, some
No,
have two.
some are obviously you cannot have all of them elected because there are two or more
Exactly.
in
So
one
it's still going to be
constituency.
less than 19.
But what I'm trying to say is, if one woman candidate is elected from the 19 constituencies they are contesting, we already have having 19,
Yeah.
perhaps. Okay, no,
No,
you are right. We still cannot have
Exactly,
that.
we still cannot have
because,
19.
because one has to eliminate another.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
it's a good number anyway. What do you think of that?
No,
Even
I
though
beg
CA didn't do much, because you only put up one.
I beg to differ. It's not a good number. And of course, starting from my party.
Yes.
Like I said, I would have loved to have 9 or 8 or at least 7 at the barest minimum out of the 10. But it didn't happen. But moving forward, countrywide in all the regions, 19 out of 251.
One.
You know,
well, 250. I heard that 2 people have withdrawn.
Oh my
The
God.
IC confirmed.
Okay.
Anyway, I didn't want.
I just hope those ones are from constituencies that women are there, so the withdrawal is good for the women.
At this point, I want to tell our viewers that we are joined by Ounda Nyang. He is the chairman, a big wig actually, the chairman of the National People's Party in Kerr. And, well, obviously, one of his constituencies, one of the constituencies under him is where Naneh is contesting. I do not want a clash between the two, but Naneh, do you know this gentleman?
Very well.
According to his wishes, you are not going to be elected. Of course. If his wishes are answered, you are not going to be elected. So,
and I agree with that, and I agree with, which is really a sad thing, a sad situation, because I would have thought,
He would
one
support
of my biggest cheerleaders would have been my father here.
But he has
because
a party.
because
he's
he's
the
my
chairman
dad.
of the party. You would have come to his party. If you had come to his party and said, Ounda, I want you to consider NP, perhaps he would have accepted. But, not so, Ounda, welcome to the brunch. Welcome. We were talking about women, and I'm afraid she put up only one, and you don't have much either. Your party didn't do well, and you, one of the biggest parties, you have 40 candidates, only one is a woman or 2.
The incumbent, I think.
How many women?
2.
I think we have more than 2 even. I think we have.
But for 40 people, 2 is still.
No, it's more than 2 because
I have a lot of lists here. I have a list, but I think,
Yeah. In
compared to men, you haven't done much.
No, we don't do much. We don't do much. That's true.
Okay. So, welcome. Let's talk about, well, Naneh, I don't know, Naneh has a debate to go. Maybe I can.
Well, I just pass this.
Her people.
The caravan at Serekunda.
Oh,
my caravan.
her caravan. Why? So you always spy on her.
On my way coming. Actually, Naneh, I can say, is my daughter.
Okay.
Is my nephew.
Okay.
We live the same place.
Okay, in Serekunda, yeah.
So, no, we are not even too far. It's
Oh,
about
okay.
3
It's a stone's throw, our houses.
see.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's 3 or 4 compounds between me and
okay.
his mother.
So you
And
see?
the other side of the father is just on the highway.
Yeah. So that's it. But
He was born in my presence. And
there you go. But you wouldn't like her to be crowned NP in your presence.
well, actually, as you said,
You can, all right, Naneh, we have to take
I
leave
would
of
have,
you.
honestly, like I said earlier on, I would have loved her.
Yeah.
I mean, him, my dad here, to be one of the people by my side
Yeah.
during this crusade, during this campaign, because this is for Serekunda West.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the wards that I hail from, Latrikunda,
Yeah.
like he said, I was born in his presence. Our
Yeah.
families are close knit. You wouldn't even. It's now that you will know it's 2 compounds or 2 families.
Yeah.
But when we were born,
Yeah.
my
You didn't
uncles,
even
my
know.
mother, you wouldn't even know because
Yeah.
one of my uncles is late.
Yeah.
People thought he lived in the house
In the
because
house.
that's how close our families are.
Really? It's like that.
But out of courtesy, before I even announced,
Yeah.
I ensured the first people that I went to was him.
But you wouldn't like to come to NPP and he's in NPP.
No, but they say the perception here, for me,
Yeah.
I think when it comes to parliamentary,
But he
it has
cannot
less to do with
but
party.
he
No,
cannot abandon his party.
because you know what? This is for the party leader is NPP, Adama Barrow.
Yes.
Adama Barrow does not live in Serekunda West. Adama Barrow does not live in Latrikunda, Dipakunda, or whatever. The plight of those people, it's us. And we need to fight to make sure we salvage and take care of those issues. Regardless of, you might be in a party, but when it comes to your own, tell me that my dad here, if anything that has to serve the interest of his own house, will he give it up for the interest of NPP? Absolutely not. Linde was small bopama la genal dune bañ na la. Understand? So at the end of the day, for me, I thought people need to look beyond party when it comes to parliamentary and focus on the competence and people who can really salvage the issues and the plight of the people that live in the constituency. And thus, that was the reason I told that even though I'm a Citizens Alliance, I intend to contest under the ticket of Citizens Alliance. And when I meet him, we can discuss and look beyond party and look at whoever is presenting themselves and look at the most viable candidate, the most winnable candidate, the person who has the most competence, and the person who can go in there, and the people of Serekunda West are going to feel like we now have a representation.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and I went in there and spoke to him.
But you have to understand that he belonged to a party. He cannot do that without being expelled. Remember, he was a UDP. UDP, when he switched to NPP, he was expelled from there. So you want NPP to expel him?
Well, and I am saying, let's get past those things. If we need our country to really tread on the right path, we need to get past those things.
We go for personalities.
Absolutely. It's going to be daunting. But at some point, if everybody really have that belief and perception, we start the crusade, we will get there at some point in time. But if you look at, I don't want to be expelled, again, he's been doing great before even joining the NPP. And at this point in time in his life, I don't see what NPP is going to do to his life that he has not achieved.
Not done.
Has not done yet. Absolutely not. In my own small mind. That's what I think. So at the end of the day, you should not be allowed to be swayed or allowed to change your character just because you want to serve somebody's interest. That's my belief. I beg.
When it comes to
parliament, when
it comes to parliamentary, you think anybody
should
look for quality under the party lines?
Right now, I have people from NPP in my team. I have people from UDP in my team. I have people from PDOS in my team. I have people from GDC in my team. I have people from ASFL's team who are really supporting because they believe I am the best candidate for the constituency.
But none of those party chairmen will come. You don't expect that.
Well. Okay. We can leave that for another debate. You understand?
Thank you.
What I'm saying is the people that really matter. The people that really matter that are going to be voting, that are going to be conversing, and all that thing. The chairman is one individual. Okay. That's the thing.
I know.
But I am sorry to tell my uncle. He's my uncle. He's my dad. But at the end of the day, I am going to win.
I'm glad that you still, despite politics, you still are able to, recount the family ties you have.
Oh, absolutely. Lamin, because this was before politics, right? And it's going to continue after politics. Because we live there. Our political leaders live elsewhere. And one thing I keep on saying, politics du ma jox noonu te politics du yaaxa suma diggante ak kenn ñaanuma ko yàlla te dama dee ñaan yàlla mu may ma sagaw ak xel ba nga xam ne dinaa mun a xàmmee ràññee ne politics bu ma jox
politics fii la yem xam nga problème yi Gambia mooy politics fii la yem nañ ko bàyyee fii leneen ci kay suñ diggante bi waaw.
Before I go, may I seize this opportunity? Your campaign team, honestly,
I am
your daughter. No, I'm your daughter.
Okay.
I see them really. I spend a lot of money on my posters. When they come to post their posters, there is a lot of space.
They remove yours.
They either tear it and or they put it on. And I'm not speculating because I cut his hands down. I cut it hands down.
She's reporting your people in public.
Oh yes. I know it's not nice. Let's do our politics, but let's do it clean. Because at the end of the day, one person is going to win, and we all going to continue to live in the constituency, and we all going to be under the representation of that one individual. So if we play dirty, how about after? What is
but I'm
going
sure
to happen?
it's the followers who will do that. So
but then the leadership
but now that you have
needs
told him on air, I will see what will happen.
The leadership needs to also encourage their members. You need to tell them before they go out there, because you don't just give them poster and say, go put it up. They think this is a competitor. I need to bring the person down.
That's bad.
Right?
No.
Exactly. For me, that's not competition. Competition is be on a level playing ground.
Be on the left, I be on the right.
Exactly. Side by side. And everybody put forward what they have, what they could, their might and strength, and then allow the people to choose. But if you're trying to dump in somebody else's spirit, if you even imagine the winner, I think that's cheating. And I'm not encouraging that. So please, I'm begging. Encourage them to not do that. Right? Exactly. You guys are the incumbent, you have the resources. I am an individual, I'm funding my own campaign. So please.
She has now managed to turn it to Serekunda West. campaign. Naneh, thank you very, very, very much. I will put more of those questions to Ounda as far as the campaign is concerned.
Please.
We will be back after this short break with the chairman of the NPP for Kanifing Municipality, Ounda Nyang. We will talk about all the constituencies in that region as far as the MPP is concerned. We'll be back soon.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books and all kinds of printed documents plus items at affordable prices. With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
Assalamualaikum nan lañ rek waaw togge gi ñor na te waaw xankañ luñ wax cin bu naree neex bu baxee xet gi jolli xet gaa ngi jolli all over town laa wax home again. This is home away from home. lépp loo xam ne rek da ngeen ñëw holidays namoon ko Gambia fii manaan lañ rek bismillah xankañ egsi lañ mu ngi nii weddi gis ayu care ñu ngi nii nag nekkal lañ fii ci diggi Manjai ñu ngi on the Manjai Kotu highway ci boori lan Atlas bi waaw ci right next to the Atlas duma sax introduce bagage yi parce que bagage yi moom am shone waaw Kerr Fatou def na ba baax dina lañ ko bennaal ngeen gis ko yëpp naan lañ nag anything loo lañ na ma rek boo dee gisu lañ ko fii ni ngeen di def rek mooy ngeen ko taamoo defee rek reng ma ne la aha nga ne ma loo bëgga waaw doo lañ bëgga rek ñu indil lañ ko muy Kirkland water muy Mott's apple juice muy apple eve lu mu di nekk rek xañ so Charles mën nañoo doxantoo nii tuuti rek moom ma jéema woon gars yi rek liñ leen fi amal pine solo ngoog coffee mate ngoog waaw citronella candles. But then you like being outdoors, talk to biti, they enjoy the outdoors. Indil nañ leen different versions of citronella candles. ñoo ngi nii neexet nag ba bëgg a dee waaw bu dee sonn ngeen ci muntaay ga laa wax de axankañ ñoo ngi nii Domino sugar, different kinds of coffee. My favorite in the entire store is this sardine. Sardine bi dang ko lekk te doo xeeñ sardine. I've had two already and enough bala maa jeexal bitik bi waaw bi mooy sama fave in the whole store. Seasonings lépp loo lañ soxloon ci seasonings indil nañ leen ko muy lemon pepper bi, black pepper, the Caribbean jerk seasoning. So bëggee def sa jerk seasoning muy jerk chicken, muy jerk lamb. This is the one and only seasoning bi nga xam ne rek moom ngeen soxla for that jerk. Different types of oil. This is my new oil now. Avocado oil. Avocado oil lu moo def cholesterol ñaari façon la LDL am na HDL am na. So avocado oil li moo def mooy dafa yokk cholesterol bu baax bi bu ko defee mu wàññi cholesterol bu bon bi. Wow, I'm a health fanatic.
Welcome back to the brunch on Kerr Fatou Live. This is Lamin Cham. Now, we turn our attention to the National People's Party, the NPP of President Barrow. Well, the president himself is busy on a campaign tour in the provinces. But right here in the Kanifing municipality, he has placed the party in the hands of Ounda Nyang, who is the chairman of the party in this region. Now, the party has put up candidates in most of the constituencies in the region, except perhaps two, that is Joswang and I think Bundu. That is the constituencies that they left for the APRC, which supported them during the presidential election and with which they are working in the parliamentary elections. Ounda, welcome to the brunch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham.
Good. It's a busy period. I think you get close to the microphone,
okay,
because I'm going to make it hot for you. It's a very busy period in your campaign.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. First of all, give me an outline of how your campaign is going right now in the region.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham.
Are you all gone? All your people gone with the president, or your candidates are here?
Of course, all of them they are here.
All
the candidates are
here. So this time is fankum. They will not follow the president.
They will not follow the president.
Okay.
As far as the parliamentary elections are concerned,
it's one for yourself.
Yeah, one for yourself. That's why even myself, I
you don't go. So the president will just go on behalf of everybody.
Yeah, of course.
But then everyone has to be in your farm.
In your farm.
Okay. So how is it going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going fine, Mr. Cham. Well, I try to make an appointment because it's just
which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's just less than 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's not today between me and you.
Yeah, I know.
We are during the
long way in the sports.
As far as GFA is concerned.
Before the politics,
Before the politics. I was representing the KMC at the GFA level.
Exactly.
That's why we have that rapport between me and
exactly.
you.
That's right. Which I appreciate.
That's why I accept your invitation.
Exactly.
Because of that cordial relationship between me and you.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good.
Well, actually, as you said, our campaign, now actually we are in the peak period, definitely, because things are very tense now, because we have so many candidates. Yeah. I think this is the first time in my experience. Yeah. I was in PPP, from PPP, I was with UDP,
and now to the NPP.
For this parliamentary election, I think this is my first time to experience.
It's the grooviest.
The more grooviest one.
Okay.
I think the cause of that is the democracy and the rule of law and all those things.
Exactly. Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Because of the incumbent we have, Adam Barrow, he's doing everything possible, Your Excellency. As you said, President now is in the provinces. He's doing so many things at the provinces, not even campaign, but at the same time, he's thanking people as well as we have the victory during the
well, that's campaign. Thanking people. Okay.
He have used the opportunity.
Okay.
He's doing both. He's thanking the people
and then don't forget about my Okay, I understand. Okay, let's go by constituency
Okay.
KM here, where you are, in Bakau, you put Asan Damfa against Asan Toure, who is the incumbent for the two Asans, who is the incumbent for UDP.
Okay.
In the presidential election, many people were surprised that you did very well in Bakau, because Bakau is considered to be a UDP area.
Okay.
You did very well there, but do you think you have any chance? This Asan against this Asan Toure?
Yeah, my own.
How is the reception? I want you to give an honest opinion.
I do that.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Because I attend so far in Bakau, I think I attend there 3 good meetings.
Okay.
One in Fajara end, one at the New Town end, and one at the same New Town, but they shared in the two.
Yes,
and Sanchaba, they call it Sanchaba area.
Okay.
So I attend those meetings. They are very good meetings so far. Actually, we started might be just after 8 or so because of the coldness.
It was cold in Bakau.
Even myself, I used to be very cold.
Oh, I see.
But the turnout actually is a little bit fair.
Okay.
It's good. Actually, as I make my assessment before the presidential election. Because I was running all the 7 constituencies.
Okay,
but my only worry was Bakau.
Yes.
And as I see it, and my own analysis, we know that it's a very strong hold for UDP. But actually, with all that, we did well.
You did well there, yes.
We did well because I think our difference was about 600.
The only thing is the parliamentary, like Naneh said, is different, always different from presidential. And many people criticize your party of not picking maybe the people's favorites. I mean, they said a lot of time you made a mistake that, normally the one people like most I mean, you don't pick that. Is that the case in Bakau?
No. Bakau, actually, as we all know, Bakau, there is not even a primary in Bakau.
Oh, it was unanimous.
It was
that
unanimous.
Hassan will go.
Yeah, was unanimous in Bakau.
Is that because you don't have many people wishing to? Or there are people?
Of course. We have, but they have to close those discussion. They all agreed. They come with us. There is no primary in Bakau.
Oh, that's the
that was a very good achievement in Bakau.
Serekunda West, where Naneh has just come from. I mean, Naneh is contesting there. The incumbent Mahdi is contesting there. You supported Mahdi in the last election, and he won narrowly. Now you are back in Tafalo there. But there is Naneh, there is a show of PDOIs. I understand there are 4 other candidates who are independent or whatever.
No to alliance, I think.
No to alliance is there. That is the APRC rival faction. So you have a big competition there.
Of course.
So, and you live in that constituency. How are you feeling the atmosphere now?
Well, actually, I'm very, very particular in Serekunda. That's because
that's your backyard.
That's my backyard.
And like President Barrow is concerned about Jimara.
Correct.
Maybe that's why the GDC accused him of city camping there. Because that's his backyard. Serekunda West is your backyard.
It's my backyard, actually. That's why I'm very, very particular about this Serekunda West seat. Because right now, they are just assembling in my area, and they are going to have a caravan to the Atlantic area. Well, Naneh, as I said, Naneh is doing very well. Actually, she's a woman doing very well, and is young. She has so many chances. She come to my house, bring
Kola notes and bring everywhere.
Tell me that, well, uncle, father, I'm standing. I say, okay, you are highly welcome. I give him my blessing. But I really tell her very clearly that
you belong to a party.
I'm not going to a party. Because I'm the chairman for
a party.
For a party already. So I cannot involve myself in another party. As you said, if I involve myself, because this was the problem between you and me and UDP.
UDP, yes.
I was involved in the president's agenda.
And
I was
they don't like
agenda. No.
So you cannot do that.
So I cannot do that. They expel you from UDP.
So you don't feel the competition, no matter how tense it is and a crowded field, you still think Tafalo has the biggest chance?
Well, of course.
Are you relying on the presidential election? Because I told you that's different.
No, I cannot rely on the presidential election because the presidential election and the parliamentary election is a different thing. But yesterday our Malice is one of his base.
You've taken his base?
Yeah, of course.
But Naneh said he's going there today.
No, but his real base, if in Manjai.
Where was it?
It was backward there.
Oh, backward is Madi's base.
Yeah,
but you have taken that.
We have
How can you compare?
No. Yesterday night I was there. We have a very good meeting at backward. I was there until around 11 o'clock.
And you are convinced that you have broken his base?
Of course, because I've been spoke on behalf of the chairman in that area. So concerning Malice, because we put Malice on.
You supported him.
I was the chairman.
Yes, that's really UDP.
I was the
you were the architect of everything.
All of them.
Only UDP people in that constituency.
Yeah, of course, in the region. I was the lead.
So that will make your job difficult because UDP supporters will always see you as now a different man. So they will keep away from you. You want to convince them to come to the new party.
And they will.
They will.
Okay. Of course, they will.
Let's go to the other area that you contested, which is you left Bundung. For the for the APRC. Is that a good move? Is it that you don't have really an NPP man there, or what really influenced your decision to leave that to take? Is it that they have a more popular candidate than yours there, or whoever you are thinking of there?
No, I don't think we did.
So what led you to accept that?
Well, it's not me.
It's your constituency. It's your region.
It's my region.
Yes, they must have consulted.
Of course, they did. They did. They consulted me, but actually, I was in the mood. I was not in the good mood for that. Because I saw my reasons why, but they said that as far as these things are, so many reasons. According to the head of state, we discussed a lot about this thing. So she convinced me, and I agreed.
But somebody convinced against his will is of the same opinion. Maybe you still fear that that place can go to the opposition.
No, he gave me genuine reasons. I said, okay, fine, it's not a problem. because as far as West Coast was leave by 5,
Yeah.
and we decided to leave at the KMC level. They have 7 seats.
Okay.
I said, okay, I have no problem.
We have
on
no
that.
problem. But I understand in Joshua, some NPP people came to the media to protest that they are not going to leave that to the APRC. How did you handle that?
Well, I handle it professionally
Okay.
because they are my people.
Okay.
They already have a candidate.
Yes, they came to the media. They wanted to.
Yeah, they did that. They even selected a candidate. And after our final discussion, they decided to withdraw that candidate. And that's what they did. That's what they did. So definitely we have no...
Talent comes to mind. Fatoumata Jawara.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, well, you could argue that she was UDP. She fell out with UDP, just as you fell out.
That's right.
Wouldn't that make her chance a little bit problematic there? I mean, one would have thought that that's the constituency you should have lived for APRC, because Fabakary Tombong lived there, and he probably has a lot. Yankuba also lives there. One would have thought this is the area you should have left. But again, you don't like you do with your old party UDP. You don't want to betray somebody who stand by you.
That's always the case.
That's the only reason.
That's always the case. But Fatima actually...
you think she's a heavyweight there?
Of course, but I attended so many meetings, about even 5 meetings. It's my concern too.
Wow.
That area.
Yes.
Because it's the only female candidate within the region.
Within the region.
So of course I think that we need to put up a very good fight against the other party or other independent candidates.
Okay.
So I think I witnessed during our meetings, we normally stay there up till midnight. Every day I went to, for example, the day before yesterday I was in Seus Marong's area till around 10, after 10 with Yankuba Koli. Then from there we moved to Fatumara's place. So actually the turnout we are seeing and we have a hope actually.
You have a hope.
As I said, yes.
Okay.
That's a hope.
Yeah, in La Recunda, you mentioned Sekou Marong, La Recunda Sabi.
Yeah.
How is that place?
Well, Sehutu is doing well. Because Sehutu, actually, I think that I have so many confidence about all this candidate, but Sehutu, and I have a confidence with him. Because actually, he's working with the APRC team.
Yeah.
He's working with the PPP team.
Okay.
He's working with NRP team.
Okay.
And he's working with the NCP team. They are all supporting Sekou Marong.
Okay.
So I think that I have a very, very hope in that area. Although we have challenges, but I think, as I see the team, the campaign team, is that they are doing well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's another MP that you stole from UDP, and you still keep them.
Yeah, we still keep it.
Oh, okay.
They are doing
What
well.
about Serekunda? You know, Halifa Saleh was there for Doi. I mean, he was a big weight. I mean,
Of
he
course, yeah,
retired.
definitely.
The UDP actually put Yakumba Jaite, who comes from Serekunda West, but is also seen to be a big weight in the whole of the Gambia, and they believe that she can beat your candidate in Serekunda. How is that area?
Well, yesterday I attended a meeting at Master Gallo. As far as our
That's the NPP.
Yeah, that's the NPP.
Were you happy? Were you impressed?
Of course, yes, I was very impressed.
But you know, that's normally one should have said that's a Doi area.
Yeah, it's a Doi area as used before.
No, but a Doi candidate is still there.
No, because we actually, the team we have in the campaign team, most of our people, they are from Doi and APRC.
Oh, so they
Well, I
since
think that...
since Halifa left, they left. Oh, I see. That's interesting.
No, but if you look at the presidential election, what Halifa have in that area,
Yeah.
What Barrow have, Barrow came
Yeah,
more
Barrow
than-
beat him in the back, so it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I see.
Well, actually, Halifa is a very good man. He's a very humble man,
Yeah.
and we give him due respect throughout the country, and still we are going to maintain that respect.
Yeah.
Because
But then you don't leave the constituency to Doi, as you did before.
No, we'll not. Yeah, if you look at it in 2017, when we put up a candidate, we put up only 6 constituencies.
Yes.
Then we leave Serekunda
Yes,
because of Halifa.
because of him.
Because of the respect and the
Yes,
all
of course, and the
things.
contribution.
And
then you knew he would be a good
Yeah,
parliamentarian.
of course, definitely. That's why we leave.
But now that he's out of the scene, you self that respect. Oh, interesting. Politics is interesting.
Of course.
All right. I think we have exhausted. Where are we left? This how to call it? Joshua. Yes, I talk about Joshua. We talk about the two Serekunda. Bundung. Yes, Bundung. You left that for APRC.
Yeah, we did the same thing. It's not too long. I called my team in Bundung, including the chairman, in my office at the headquarters. I called up most of the, although most of the committee members they was not there, but at least we have a majority. I discussed with them, and I told them, still what the president needs, that's what we are going to lead. So we agreed that they are going to support the candidate for APRC. We cannot do anything more as far as we give those chances for APRC, then we have to support them to make sure that we have all the seats at KMC. And I'm promising you, by the grace of the Almighty, we might have the all 7 seats, inshallah.
All 7 seats?
Of course.
That would be a clean sweep. That would be interesting. All right, so let's talk about nationally. I mean, you put up 40 candidates all across the country.
Okay.
How many of these, in your honest assessment, do you think you will pull?
Well, actually, we put up 40 candidates.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about region. You are very confident. You already told me that you expect a clean sweep in your region. What about West Coast? If you study NPP.
Well, West Coast too. I cannot promise that we can have only 12 seats in West Coast.
We
have 12 seats in West Coast.
You think Lamin Jara's work is more problematic than yours?
Well, he's doing well too. All my chairmen, they are doing well actually. And Lamin is a hardliner.
But
you know, Lamin Jara is a hardliner.
Yes,
so he's doing well actually to make sure that, you know, we are within my chairman, we are competing. We are competing within ourselves.
We are competing
within ourselves.
But you think you gave yourself all correct.
Yes,
you said Lamin may have problems.
Right, but not my problems. Because you have so many independent candidates within those areas too.
Yeah.
So those are the make things very difficult. You know, if they can split the votes, this is our main problem. Okay. But actually, we hope that we will because these 5 seats belong to APRC. Then the rest of the I think it's 8 or something.
But I mean, APRC is split into 2. I mean, let me ask you.
Yeah, that's right. They're split into 2. You have this APRC and you have the Neutral Alliance.
Let me ask you, from within the NPP, how do you see both sides? When you hear people saying that the rival faction led by Tamba is bigger than the one led by Fabakary, how do you react to that?
Well, I think I cannot say that, but much because I don't know much.
You don't know much about
APRC.
You don't want to say about it.
No, I don't know much because all along I was working with UDP and NPP.
Okay.
So I don't know much about the fraction area. I don't know who have the bigger hand.
But are you satisfied with the addition? I mean, the APRC Fabakary claimed that they give themselves credit for the victory of Barrow. I mean, in other words, they gave themselves a big share of the responsibility. Are they not beating their chest too much?
Well, I can tell you that we have our own base.
Okay.
MPP have our own base.
Okay.
Before anything.
Well,
because we fought for it, Barrow for Youth for National Development and Barrow Arts Club.
Okay.
We have our own base throughout the country.
Yeah, but many of these people, many of the parties that join you, their feeling is that NPP and Barrow himself, and all of you included, did not succeed in taking a lot of people from UDP. Instead, it is the strength of the other people who join you that make it possible. Is it not true that you have not been able to break the UDP very much?
Well, I can say in my time from when I was expelled from UDP, I can tell you all the chairman within my region. It's only with all the chairman
all left with you.
All come with me except Bakau.
I see.
Except Bakau. But as far as the other regions, the other constituencies are concerned, they all sympathize with me, and we all work together. So I can tell you, for my side, we break UDP in that sense.
I see.
We break UDP in that sense because there is no other chairman within working with UDP.
All of them left with you to the NP.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
Except Bakau.
What about LRR? Because that used to be you were in UDP. You know how how the deposit, fixed deposit that was. How is the NPP, especially the parliamentary elections?
Well, LRR, you know, as we said, Kiang and Balibu and Jara, those are the people
They're very
strong for UDP.
Yeah.
So we just try to break the ice there. But
it will be a tough fight. From the word go, it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
But you are very comfortable in URR.
Of course, why not? URR I can say is our home base now.
But why do you drop the independent candidate who have been actually sympathizing you, and you promised that any of the MPs who either defected from the UDP or supported you will keep them. Yet you changed the one in Basse and put in Serekunda instead of Magazine.
Well, actually,
why do you change the rule there?
No, we don't change the rule.
Are you changing it? He was supporting you. He was expecting. He announced long time that he was going to contest for the NPP.
But it's the choice of the people.
It's in the choice of your party.
Of course, we have a choice of our party.
But why didn't you pick him?
But you know, our president always said that you own the party, but you
don't own the people. You don't own the people. So
that's what happened there. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But don't you think that will really, anger people, his supporters, even though he came to say he's publicly supporting? But you always know that parliamentary, you can have different of opinion. Don't you think he's dropping him may affect Serekunda's chances?
No, he's not going to affect, because he comes genuinely.
He came to say publicly that
he came genuinely and say that he's going to support Serekunda. And there are also many chances as far as politics is concerned.
I see.
And he's had 2 terms. So I think he was a little bit satisfied with that 2 terms.
Okay.
Well, you have so many.
You promise him another thing.
Might be he can
You promise him maybe regional governor or something.
Whatever. You have so many chances as far as politics is concerned.
Oh, well, like you did in Serekunda, you put up a candidate against Syria. Even though many people, like you said, you gave a lot of respect to Syria and Halifa, now you put up a candidate against him. And I heard him being very hard now, against the NPP.
Well, for me, actually, I was even told that he will not stand for the parliament because of his age. Well, you should leave it for the younger ones.
Oh, I see.
Because
So you always thought that perhaps, like Khalifa, he would have...
Like Khalifa, I think Syria is even
older,
older than
a little bit older, yes.
If Khalifa can sacrifice his time and say that now, well, I'm old, I'm going to guide the other young ones, I think whatever case may be, if I was Syria, I'll follow Khalifa's.
But Syria had said he felt that there is a job incomplete. His job is incomplete.
But you cannot complete everything as far as life is concerned. Even myself or yourself, you cannot complete your mission. The mission have to stop somewhere, and somebody will continue with that mission.
So you expected him to just bow out?
Go out and guide the young ones, and the young ones will complete his mission.
So you were surprised that he came?
Of course, yes. For me, definitely, because of the age, not anything else. I don't have any. I have regards for him everywhere and anytime, but because of the age, I think that he's supposed to give the young ones and guide them. Definitely, because Syria could be around 80 or so.
He says about 70, maybe. Perhaps.
No.
You think it's more than 70? So you put up a candidate against him.
Why not?
You want to retire him from the ballot box.
No, maybe.
But it's a very strong area for Doi.
I know it's a strong area for Doi, but the development we make for that area.
He has been talking about that. He said you cannot take credit for that development because most of it were loans. He said it's wrong to attribute it to Barrow.
But Mr. Chapman, you can take the loan and the time at the loan.
So something else.
Something else.
Well.
But if you know the history between Fatou and Basse,
yes,
you know that
the whole area was
very, very, very.
Yeah, it definitely has been tremendous development.
Of course. When the president was about 2-3 years to make those areas to be known as URA. So definitely, I think.
But Khalifa said he did. Syria said the money didn't come from his pocket.
Of course, why not? But he's the boss.
Okay.
He directed the force.
I see.
He directed the force.
What about Sierra?
Sierra too, we are doing
there is north and south. I don't know.
Because I'm my chairman there, and we have a female candidate. I think in Sierra.
Yeah,
I think we have 2 there. Or Sierra North and Sierra South.
Yeah.
We have 2 female candidates there, and actually we hope that they are doing well as the gender balance is concerned.
Okay.
That's why we put up 2 candidates there.
Okay.
I think, and hopefully they will make it, inshallah.
You left Nyaminas, the Sabak Sanjals, and the other areas to NRP 5. You want them to maintain, you think they can keep that?
Well, I understand that it's a battle fight there, but I think if they are...
their arch rival is GDC in some areas.
In some areas. But I think they will make it, inshallah. Inshallah.
You think they will bring that?
Is concerned, he's doing well during the tour. We can hear him with his contribution, and he's doing well actually. Hopefully, he will maintain those 5 seats.
He will maintain.
Yeah, and we have one in Banjul PPP.
Yes, that is the problem there. Now, when the PPP were expecting you to allow them to contest 6, they said they wanted 6.
Of course, that's what
I mean, they didn't expect you to reduce whatever they have. Now you've reduced that to 1. I mean, why did you give them to contest the other?
No, as far as PPP was concerned, they have 2 seats in Banjul. That's what Banjul South and Banjul Central.
Why didn't you leave them to contest on those 2 constituencies?
Well, actually, there is no candidate for PPP as far as Banjul South is concerned. That's why.
They did not even express interest.
No, they didn't. So they come and show the latter part.
Okay.
We already have taken
What you've already, I see.
Yeah, we take a decision to maintain the.
They wanted. I mean, their leader was here. He's very hopeful that they can have. Yes, he was here. He said they are hopeful that in the province they could have 1 or 2. Well, you didn't allow them to.
No, that's what I say. It's late arrangement. Late arrangement. But actually, we are doing with.
Yes, they accused NPP of going about your business without them for a long time.
No.
That's what they said. You already make your plans and then call them and say, no, you're going to take this, you're going to take this.
You're going to take this.
Isn't that the case?
No, that's not the case.
You consulted very well.
Well, actually, they did. They consulted them. My bill arrangement was very late because they already put up the candidates already, so that's why. But actually, we did consult them every time because I always consult with Kerr as well as my chairman and the party leader of the PPP. We have always contact every time, and we have discussions about even this parliament we are talking about. We discussed it, then finally he went to the president and they sort everything out. As I said, it's not the only chance for the MPs and all that. We have so many places for.
You promised them so many kind of jobs. Now, some candidates we've started seeing independent candidates withdraw it. And President Barrow told them that if they were NPP, they should withdraw and support the NPP candidates, even though they believe they are more popular than the NPP candidates. President Barrow tried to blackmail them. You know, you either come for us or you are not for us.
Yeah, not for us. But actually, that's the only thing you can tell them by now. Because you have a candidate already for MPP. Then you cannot have an independent candidate opposing your.
Yeah, because that's because you did not listen to the people in the constituency.
Well,
NPP supporters there. No, you don't want to respect their choice.
No, the president.
That's what leads to this independent thing.
No, but President Barrow cannot make any selection.
Not president. I mean, the constituency leaders there
the constituency leaders
are the ones who ignored the choice of the party in the ground there, on the ground there.
No, it's not of selection.
That is what leads to this independence.
No, I know. No.
For example, the case of Fatou Bojang in Brikama North. She was first in the primaries.
Okay.
But because she couldn't contest, having worked for IEC,
the
second person who came in second in the primaries was skipped. The third person was skipped. I mean, you went to get one Lamin Bojang who was eliminated in the prelim, even before the pre-qualification, so to speak. What method is that? And there's a lot of animosity because of that. How are we going to solve that? Well, you are not Lamin Jara, of course. But when you have such a situation, how can you go about it?
Well, actually, I think they have their own reasons why they are doing that. Yeah. Because the candidates need to be sold. And you look at the background of the candidate too.
Yes.
It might be that's what they.
But generally, a lot of people, including your critics, and in fact, some of your supporters said one of the reasons that may lead to a lot of seats being lost by the NPP is because of the choice of candidates. You refuse to, your committees in the localities refuse to listen to your supporters. And then, they were biased in their selection. They were biased. So they will cost the party a lot. Because your candidates might lose, and it will not be because there's no NPP supporters, but because your choice is wrong. What do you make of that? Didn't you hear those criticisms?
We did hear those criticisms. But I can tell you that this is the first time NPP is standing as a parliamentary. The 2017 was UDP. So this is our first chance.
So this is your challenge.
And then we'll look. We'll look at our mistake if at all the results are out. Then that will teach a lesson.
You would have been lost, or you would have been late already.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, Ounda. Thank you very much. Well, one last question. Your critics said MPP used state resources and you abuse offices, commissioners, alkalolu, governors. We are all campaigning for you. And that's exactly, when you were in the UDP, that's exactly you were fighting against Ounda Nyang. Now, Barrow using alkalolu, sefolu, I don't know, Kansulolu or whoever.
Whatever.
They are all canvassing to vote for.
You know,
And you fought against that very well. Why do you condone it on the Barrow?
No, I'm not condoning all
Why,
of
but
it.
it happened.
No, it's not happening.
You did not work with Alkalolu during the past presidency? Ounda?
No. Alcalo, they have their own choice.
No, campaigning for it.
No.
Are you sure?
They are not campaigning.
You did not threaten to sack them if they supported you.
We never did that.
Well, that's what we had.
We never did that.
But then it's happening, you know.
No, but,
even your election observers said that governors and local authorities were canvassing for the NPP.
No.
You cannot deny that.
No, as you said, during I was an opposition.
Yes.
And
you know these things very well.
No, I don't know. But that's what we are claiming. Whether it's right or not.
Okay.
Always we are claiming for that. Jam is doing this, Jam is doing this, Jam is doing this.
Now Barrow is doing it.
No, Barrow is not.
Are you sure Barrow did not work with Alkalolu?
No, he's not.
Campaigning for him?
No, they are not campaigning for him.
They did not attestate as UDP claim foreigners for them to vote for him.
No, how can you call people living here, tell them foreigners?
No, when we mean by foreigners, it's people who come from Senegal and Guinea.
But no, if somebody comes with his ID card, comes with his papers.
Yeah, but he could get the ID card the same way.
Well, I don't know. That's what is the case.
All right.
Because we accused Jame, but by then I was in UDP.
Yes.
And they bring people from Casamance, people from Mauritania.
Yes. Didn't Barrow bring people from Senegal? Or Guinea?
No, the Gambians.
Oh, they are Gambians. They are Gambians in Guinea.
No, let me tell you one thing. I think people feel to understand those areas.
Okay.
If I went to Guinea-Conakry with my wife,
yes,
we have families there.
Yeah.
Those families there, what are they?
Yeah. But they are Gambians.
Of course. These are the people we are
but if I come from Guinea, I sit here for 4 years and I get registered. Am I a Gambian?
No, if you come from Guinea.
Guinea, yes. The Alcalo gave me attestation.
No, sorry. If you are a Guinea, you are a Guinean.
Yes.
The Alcalo cannot give you a paper as well as you are a Gambian. No, you can.
Oh, that didn't happen.
No,
you disagree with
that?
All right, Ounda Nyang, chairman of the NPP for KM. Thank you very much for coming on the brunch, and I'm sure you are very busy, of course. When is the president coming to your area?
Well, it's coming back between 30 or 31st.
Oh, okay, that's next week.
That's next week.
Good.
Inshallah.
So you give yourself 7 over 7 in your region?
Of course.
100%.
100%.
Thank you very much. We will hope to have you one more time before the elections or after.
Okay,
Thank you for honoring our invitation, even though it came late.
Thank you very much.
We will be back with the brunch on Kerr Fatou next week. Until then, goodbye for now.
Choose your data bundle now. Gamcell data. It's fast, lasts longer, and very reliable. Gamcell Yai Borom.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential, to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.